New Year's celebration, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in May 2014 and is the first sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Made of soapstone, which is soft and breakable, it was the original proof of concept sculpture created to provide the foundation for Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1 and is the only piece made in this medium, with all other pieces made of silicate, which is a much harder and non-breakable stone. The piece was inspired by friends and relatives coming together to celebrate New Year's Day. Predicaments of the 21st Century, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in August 2014 and is the second sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Inspired by people's opinions of the 21st century and the fear they had over wars and the end of the world, in the front there is a big head shown with many people falling down because they had failed to comprehend what is coming. This is the first piece made in the silicate medium following New Year's celebration. Black Family, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in August 2014 and is the third sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. It is a depiction of polygamous families in Africa in the silicate medium. In the front, there is a hand holding a large load and a father being shown crowded by family members at the bottom for what he has brought to the family. Further down the sculpture, there is an upside-down man, reflecting the dark side of a polygamous family, where people suffer under a polygamous family as their father is unable to provide enough for everyone. Lost Touch for Black People, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in August 2014 and is the fourth sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The inspiration for this silicate medium piece was the conflict between lifestyle, church, and music. The front depicts the sculpture shaped like a guitar with a cross at the top to signify the church and an ear at the bottom to hear the music. The back shows a child looking out but not seeing anything, with the ladies and youths at the top, who have had their lives changed by the music. The central conflict of this piece is that people can get lost in the intersection between church, music, and lifestyle. Territory Defender, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in October 2014 and is the fifth sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The inspiration for this silicate medium piece was how nomadic elders used to be during the harvesting month of August. These nomadic elders were looking for shelter and food for their animals, as well as conquering other clans. The front depicts men fighting over territory via a wrestling match to decide who will control the land, with the winner free to use the land as they wished. Many Faces Number 1, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in October 2014 and is the sixth sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Inspired by modern life, where everyone has an individual life and self-centered beliefs which intersect, sometimes unharmoniously, with living together. Both sides of the silicate medium piece have a big face with a nose, cheeks, and a mouth, as well as other scattered faces. Joan Urbanis, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo-Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in October 2014 and is the seventh sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The intense energy of African urban youth lives, activities, interests, and behaviors has inspired this silicate medium piece. The front presents pink, Western ethnic youths done in the Cubism style, as well as a lady's body and legs. The back portrays black African ethnic youths. This piece is meant to signify the fact that while different in skin color, both sides think and act similarly. Breadwinner, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in October 2014 and is the 8th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by the real-life situation of many fathers in Africa, who are important providers or breadwinners in dual household families. The front presents a father carrying agricultural produce back to his family, with a child in the bottom half, who is happy that their father has come home. The straight lines at the back show stability and security, based on the belief that a father is a strong individual constituent in the family. Brothers Number 1, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in November 2014 and is the 9th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by fraternal African brothers who are also friends with each other. The front depicts a brother helping the other brother who is further down. The back presents the head of a black African man in the Afro-Cubism style. Brothers Number 2, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in December 2017 and is the 10th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The same inspiration of Brothers Number 1 is included in this silicate medium piece, which shows two fraternal African brothers who again are also friends. The front presents one of the brothers from the middle to the top of the piece, trying to pull up the other brother who has fallen. The back depicts the backside of the two brothers' bodies. Afro Wedding and Marriage Number 2, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in December 2017 and is the 11th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by the depiction of traditional marriages during the period of slavery. This piece portrays a marriage scene with the front showing a man hugging a woman with his body and shoulders shown, and the triangle depicting the woman's dress. The back shows a wedding gown and a woman hugging a man. Elephant Proboscidean, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in February 2015 and is the 12th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The inspiration for this piece is an elephant's characteristics, movement, behavior, and harmonious cooperation with each other. Each side of this silicate medium piece has the face of an elephant. The front is presented in an Afro-Cubism style. The back depicts the body, stomach, ears, and legs of an elephant and shows how humans are supposed to work together. The side shows a mouth calling for people to imitate the elephant's behavior and live in harmony. This piece poses a central question, which is, if elephants can work together, why can't humans? Math Africa, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in February 2015 and is the 13th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by the historic system of how Africans historically did mathematics, as depicted by following the sun in order to determine seasons, calculate the time of day, and when to hunt or undertake seasonal tasks. It is a piece that pays homage to natural time and space over a 24-hour period. The front presents the image of the sun at 3 times of day, during the morning, midday, and in the evening. The back depicts the sleeping man at the top and the half moon in the middle, signifying nighttime. Lost Songs, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in February 2015 and is the 14th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Inspired by traditional songs that have been lost and forgotten in modern Africa, this silicate medium piece also celebrates the advice that can be found in those songs. The front is in the shape of a guitar, with 2 other symbols embedded inside, a desktop computer and an ear. The desktop computer symbolizes how the modern generation accesses music today, and the ear symbolizes some people's eagerness to hear the old songs that cannot easily be found anymore. The back is a happy face that depicts the feeling when traditional songs have been found again through the intersection with technology. Family extensions, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in April 2015 and is the 15th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by and pays homage to the African culture of extended families with children and relatives. The front has a big face in the shape of an elephant, signifying that the extended family is as big as an elephant. The elephant's trunk and ear are also showing. Father to Daughter, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in April 2015 and is the 16th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The inspiration for this silicate medium piece was the patron Mutuma Marangu and his daughter Kinya Marangu. In the front is a love heart with two heads inside, the higher head being the father and the lower head being the daughter. The father has a bigger body that is encompassing his daughter's body as she goes upward to meet with her father. Leaving Words, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in May 2015 and is the 17th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by the advice that parents provide even when they may not be listened to, as well as the consequences of not listening to this advice, freely given with love and good intentions. The front depicts the heads of several generations from bottom to top. There is also the shape of a lady and a gentleman. The back presents a man who is upside down, realizing and regretting that he didn't listen to his parents' advice, and he fears that he is in trouble. Birthright Enthusiasts, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in May 2015 and is the 18th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. An inspired silicate medium piece depicting how children feel they are entitled to their father's birthright and how this can turn into a competition between the children. The front presents the children shown in pecking order from youngest to oldest, with the youngest on the bottom and the oldest on the top. The back depicts the youngest child taking the birthright with his small head from inside his father's mouth, and his father is seen to be saying, "You have your birthright." Mountain Warrior, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in May 2015 and is the 19th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece was inspired by African warriors' attire as well as their scary and strong attitude. The front presents the warrior with a zigzag as a sign of his strength and a straight line signifying stability. The warrior is stepping on a higher point, which represents how warriors used to position themselves on a higher platform to spot enemies. The back portrays his attire in the Afro-Cubism style. Intermarriage, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in August 2015 and is the 20th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. The unique red and black variation in this silicate medium piece pays homage to interracial marriage in the modern African life, where people are free and able to marry across racial, ethnic, and religious boundaries. The front presents the Western ethnicity in red, and the back presents the African ethnicity in black, with both races harmoniously blending together in intermarriage. Black Kingdom, sculpted and named by Robin Okeyo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Marangu sculpture collection in August 2015 and is the 21st sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Traditional monarchist kingship, where one family rules all generations and people below him, is the inspiration for this silicate medium piece. The front depicts the hierarchy with the king at the top and all others below him. The king also chooses who gets to rule the kingdom after he passes. Mother Breadwinner, sculpted and named by Robin Okeo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Morongo sculpture collection in August 2015 and is the 22nd sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired by and pays homage to African single mothers and their families who do not have the support of a husband or security of a father and are underrepresented and underappreciated in African society. The front depicts a mother bending over to comfort the child below her. The back is the back of the mother, with her garments shown in greater detail. A dancing moment, sculpted and named by Robin Okeo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Warangu sculpture collection in October 2015 and is the 23rd sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Tribute is paid to traditional celebrations and the traditional attire that is dressed up in to look nice and please onlookers in this delicate medium piece. The front presents a woman figure dancing, the back a man dancing, and the middle of the back side depicting a people being entertained by the traditional dancing. Black Appraisal, sculpted and named by Robin Okeo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Morangu sculpture collection in October 2015 and is the 24th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. This silicate medium piece is inspired and pays homage to the individuals who act as guardians, looking after, supporting, and helping orphaned black African children. The front presents a black African child looking up at the black appraiser above him. The black appraiser is above the child to show that he must be strong and willing to take care of and support the child. The back shows many other African children also looking up to the appraiser. Dreamt, sculpted and named by Robin Okeo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Morongo sculpture collection in November 2015 and is the 25th sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. Paying homage and inspired by the dreams people have at night, this silicate medium piece depicts at the front a man sleeping upside down. The side portrays 3 shallow circles depicting opaque dreams at night. Afro-Peons, sculpted and named by Robin Okeo Mbera, joined the Mutuma Morongo sculpture collection in May 2018 and is the 26th and final sculpture in Afro-Cubism Journey Number 1. It takes its inspiration from Africans living in Europe who have adopted the European culture. The front depicts an African lady in black, representing Africans living in Africa. The sides are transitions to the back, which portrays a slender lady who has a different posture and positioning, representing Africans living in Europe, with the cultural change that it brings. Step 1. Sketching of Afro-Cubism sculpture. The sketching step is a crucial part of the initial and intentional Afro-Cubism process that revolves around the assembly of sketching materials that allow for a process to capture this intended 3D Afro-Cubism idea in an initial 2D Afro-Cubism format. The Afro-Cubism sculpture is not created by accident, but by inspirational intent. Step 2. Excavation of the stone. The excavation step is undertaken after a survey of specifically identified suitable mines located in the Tabaka area of Kisii County. This very thoughtful and systematic review of mines includes the availability of the finest quality stone that is consistent in type, size, and color for undertaking the intended Afro-Cubism sculpture. Step 3. Marking of the 3D physical stone. The marking of the 3D physical stone step is the first step of moving from the initial 2D Afro-Cubism format onto the 3D physical stone via markings with colored pencils. This step is necessary to put the 2D Afro-Cubism sketch on the 3D physical stone, placing the original 2D Afro-Cubism paper design on the 3D physical stone. Step 4. Cutting of the 3D physical stone with angle grinder. The cutting of the 3D physical stone with angle grinder step is the initial action of piercing the 2D Afro-Cubism paper design onto the 3D physical stone through a mounted 6-inch diamond orbit disc, which is used for the first cutting to remove unwanted form. This cutting stage with angle grinder also enables a clear examination of the 3D physical stone to confirm that it is suitable for the intended Afro-Cubism sculpture. Step 5. Fine cutting of the Afro-Cubism sculpture. The fine cutting of the Afro-Cubism sculpture step is the stage where the actual shape of the Afro-Cubism sculpture begins to intentionally emerge as originally envisioned in the initial 2D Afro-Cubism format. Step 6. Grinding of the Afro-Cubism sculpture. The grinding of the Afro-Cubism sculpture step is the stage where the Afro-Cubism sculpture is ground with the diamond cap wheel to achieve a smoother texture to prepare for dry polishing. Step 7. Dry polishing of the Afro-Cubism sculpture. The dry polishing of the Afro-Cubism sculpture step is the stage where an abrasive diamond wheel with different grits of 60 to 80 glitters is applied to the Afro-Cubism sculpture in order to make it smooth for wet polishing. Step 8. Wet polishing of the Afro-Cubism sculpture. The wet polishing of the Afro-Cubism sculpture is the stage where a further diamond polish or orbit grinder pad with glitters is applied with water and a soft cloth for removing the watery paste, providing a deeper, more defined texture. Step 9. Waxing of the Afro-Cubism sculpture. The waxing of the Afro-Cubism sculpture is the stage undertaken by the finest glitters of 800, 1500, 2000, and 3000. Before the wax is applied, the Afro-Cubism sculpture has to stay in direct sunlight for several hours. The wax must then be applied repeatedly with a soft brush, allowed to stand, and then stiffly wiped to achieve the shining surface of the Afro-Cubism sculpture, as well as preserve the stone sculpture's natural color. Step 10. Signing and dating of the Afro-Cubism sculpture. The signing and dating of the Afro-Cubism sculpture stage is the last but very important step to confirm the provenance of its originality and time.